The toy drone has the capability to provide visuals, a basic camera that most often in raw video format AVI, and sadly YouTube now do not support upload of such large file in hundreds megabyte. So how to install a DVI version of the basic camera on your toy drones? One example is this guy. This guy has a video capabilities capable of providing vision. Another instance, a new model. This guy having a capability of providing visions look neat at the same time. So much of the video compartment is the original part. So we flip it over. So that's that. We will get into the particularly these crafts. A lot of the functions are hidden. Many of the capability of this little toy has been constrained. So for certain for most of the customer, they are not made available. Xt1 Xt1 has a 4-pin connection. The first pin is voltage, second pin is ground. The next pin, I believe, is TX and RX. The last pin is RX. So in this particular case, voltage is connected to the first pins. Signal is into the last pin. Ground is to the battery negatives. That's specifically to these crafts. Installing a basic camera, and it's often a case that the manufacturer do not support basic visions. What do? You DIY. So most of the electronics can be swapped, and most of the protocol in the electronics are the same. Many parts are provided by SIMA. This is a hard disk camera in SIMA X5C, and other drones, other toy drones has the very similar configuration and protocol. And cut the long story short, positive, negative, and you will never make any mistake on positives and negatives. Only one wrong move would toast the control board. Cut the long story short, the third wire, positive, negative, and the third wire is a signal, a control switch. Sometime in the main board, they would kindly let you know which one is positive, which one is negatives. In some cases, they have red for positives, black for negatives, and then another color for signal. Once you have that, since your manufacturers do not provide you with vision, and to make things worse, the guys who's selling the spare parts, in this case it's SIMA cameras, is not keen. So getting a hand on the camera is itself a very difficult task. And I guess it's just take determination. There is a lot of models set without the capabilities of providing visions that they simply do not support runtime camera. And you can look into this hard disk camera. I try to put that into light. Now you can see this guy has a little microphone. This guy will provide you with 1080p qualities. Now we can see some delicate electronics, some rectifier. Since it's a video, this board provides very nice night visions. Just simply looking at it. So we then look into another board. You can see the differences. We look into another board. This board has a plastic to protect it. This board may now you do not spot rectifier, but one thing good about this board, you see the area they protect the sensitive chips. This one, they put a coating to waterproof and to keep away the hazardous such as erosions and etc. The other board does not, but it has no rectifier, and the video quality would be reduced. And still, this is a hard disk cameras. No, the camera could be replaced by original configuration with a little bit of cutting here and there. So now you know where the positive, negatives signal is. The next thing is many of the manufacturers do not support vision, but many of the toy drones has a hidden capability and hidden function, one of which is the profile vision. And the the connection configuration in the beginning is obvious that this Xt1 has the capability to, apart from the Wi-Fi camera, it has the capability built in. It's just a matter that you find it out. And the next case is most of the drones, most of the control boards in the modern day quadcopters has the capability to carry a video camera card has on board, and it's just a matter of connecting the right wire on the control board. So in the Xt1, you simply connect positives, negatives, and a signal. That's it. You would have your basic visuals, and it's part of the DIY that that's the fun. Also, flying is part of the 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 fun. Also, the DIY part that's putting useful components together is also the achievement. So we will look at the the nature of this camera cards. You see, I put a switch between the black wire and the signal wire. Signal wire in this case will be a different color: red for positives, black for negatives. The signal wire will be yellow. Every time when you power this on, when the signal wire is switched to the ground, black wire, you will turn on this camera. By pressing once, you will take photo. By holding it continuously down, you will take video. And because this is a electronic control craft, you could remote control. In this Xt1, in this case, you could remote control to take visual. You can remote control to take camera. In other words, your achievement in your DIY made you capable of enchanting your property. In this case, you could even manually, if the remote control is not an option, you could manually turn it on and turn on the video manually, if you so desire. Some of your beloved craft simply is as blind as a bat, and it is very important that they can be your companions, and they can be your a lot of your memorable moment and a lot of the fun video that you provide an option to capture them. So this is the basic breakdown of how it is done, where to get the parts, and the basic connections, and if you have the time, you could DIY yourselves, and I wish you well.